back from Malaysia, Japan, and Hong Kong, and to this day, no one has asked me about how Malaysia was. So here's 3 reasons why you should make your next trip to Malaysia.
Kenapa Jepun suka datang dan duduk menetap dekat Malaysia? Nombor 1.
People here from the United States, Africa, Europe, the Middle East, whole families living here full time. People who bought condos in Penang or KL because it's way more affordable.
But he's suddenly moving to Malaysia. While most people chase Thailand or Singapore, savvy expats are quietly choosing Malaysia. And for good reason. Malaysia offers.
Kenapa Franzi suka tinggal di Malaysia? Let me show you why.
What a privilege.
Mana yang paling kamu suka dari segi kerapian dan penataannya?
One of the things plus points for living in Malaysia.
Kenapa makin ramai orang luar datang ke Malaysia? Bukan sekadar untuk bercuti, tapi akhirnya tak mau pulang. Kenapa ada yang datang 2 minggu, tapi sambung visa? Datang setahun, tapi beli rumah. Datang sebagai pelancong, tapi pulang sebagai manusia yang berubah. Malaysia bukan sekadar tempat ambil gambar cantik. Ada sesuatu di sini yang buat hati rasa tenang. Dan hari ini kita bongkar kenapa Malaysia bukan hanya destinasi pelancongan, tetapi tempat untuk membina kehidupan. Ramai pelancong cakap perkara yang sama. Di Malaysia, mereka rasa hidup tidak terlalu laju, tak terlalu tekanan, tak terlalu individualistik, tak terlalu sunyi. Di kedai makan, orang senyum. Di pasar, orang berbual. Di kejiranan, orang tegur. Tenang itu bukan pada bangunan tinggi, tapi pada cara manusia melayan manusia.
Lately, banyak orang bilang Malaysia semakin naik. Bahkan tourism pun udah menyaingi negara-negara lain. Tapi buat aku, Malaysia bukan sekedar statistik. I studied here in Kuala Lumpur, dan dari situlah perjalanan entrepreneurship aku bermula. Sampai sekarang, aku masih sering bolak-balik Indonesia, Malaysia, and I can honestly say KL keeps getting better every time. Kotanya modern, bersih, aman, dan full of opportunity. Kadang hal-hal kecil yang nggak aku rencanain, just a simple moment in the city, bisa membuat aku berhenti sejenak dan tersenyum. And that's why I never stop loving the city.
I just came back from Malaysia, Japan, and Hong Kong, and to this day, no one has asked me about how Malaysia was. So here's 3 reasons why you should make your next trip to Malaysia. Number 1, and my personal favorite, the food. They have so much food, all types of food. They have nasi lemak, roti canai, chendol, curry, satay. They have everything. And they have over 175 malls, and every single mall has a food court filled with all types of food. Needless to say, you're not going to go hungry in that country. And number 2, it's cheap. Everything's cheap. The taxi's cheap, the food's cheap, the Airbnb's cheap. Everything is cheap. And number 3, the people are just chill there. They just sit in the mall, enjoy their coffee, and they just vibe the whole day. And plus, they're really nice. I hope that convinced you to make your next trip to Malaysia. Let me know if I should do one for the other Asian countries I've been to.
マレーシアの好きなところイエーイ常夏のところご飯が美味しいマイルも美味しいお持ち帰りも OK 家が快適国旗が可愛いマレーシア人女子シャメル近くに旅行にすぐ行けて楽しい
Sebab kenapa Jepun suka datang dan duduk menetap dekat Malaysia? Nombor 1, of course, sampai hari ni dekat Osaka World Expo, makanan terbaik dan tersedap yang dirating dekat Jepun sekarang adalah makanan daripada Malaysia. Roti canai, babe. Sebabkan tu, antara reason pertama Jepun suka datang Malaysia sebab makanan kita sedap, lazat, enak dan boleh dimakan oleh mereka. Siapa yang boleh tolak? Nasi lemak, sate, roti canai, laksa. Dengar pun dah sedap. Ingat Jepun tak trio ke? Nombor 2, kos hidup yang rendah. Sebenarnya kalau compare rumah dekat Jepun dengan rumah dekat Malaysia, rumah mewah dekat Malaysia jauh lebih murah daripada rumah mewah dekat Jepun. Dekat Jepun dengan harga yang sama mungkin dapat rumah yang sangat kecil dan sangat buruk, usang punya rumah. Tapi dekat Malaysia you boleh dapat kondo sebelah KLCC. Nombor 3, cuaca tropika. Kita ni just nice berada dekat garisan khatulistiwa. Jadi kita panas sepanjang tahun dan Jepun suka benda tu. Hidup kat negara sejuk yang ada salji ni, pergi melancong boleh lah. Tapi kalau hari-hari buka pintu negatif suhu dia, tak boleh hidup, babe. Nombor 4, orang Malaysia ramah. Ini confirm. Penuh dengan senyuman, murah dengan pertolongan. Orang Malaysia sangat mudah didekati dan sangat ringan tulang untuk bantu jiran-jiran. Kita memang dah terkenal penuh dengan cinta. Sampai Jepun pernah bagi tahu, Malaysia ni koi ga aru. Dekat Malaysia penuh cinta. Nombor 5, bahasa Inggeris yang meluas. Tahukah anda, ada seorang ibu daripada Jepun datang belajar bahasa Melayu dekat Cakap Jepun Academy setiap minggu disebabkan dia hantar anak dia masuk ke sekolah international school dekat Malaysia di Shah Alam. Bila kita tanya kenapa, dia kata penguasaan bahasa Inggeris anak dia sangat penting dan dia nak anak dia dapat menguasai bahasa Inggeris dengan environment yang baik dan dia pilih Malaysia untuk sebab itu. Bangga tak? Kan dah ramai Jepun yang suka datang Malaysia. Kalau jumpa mereka, best tak dengar mereka bercakap. Tapi kalau you boleh tegur dan boleh mingle around, boleh bercakap dan bantu mereka, kan lagi best. Sebab tu Cakap Jepun Academy, kita buka satu program khas untuk asas komunikasi je. 3 bulan kos, you dah boleh bercakap bahasa Jepun insya-Allah dengan baik. 24 jam sahaja kelas tersebut akan berlangsung. Tapi the best part, anda boleh berkomunikasi dengan Jepun di mana-mana sahaja lepas itu. Dan seat yang kita tawarkan untuk program ini terhad is a signature program daripada Cakap Jepun Academy yang kita kembalikan selepas 5 tahun kehilangan kos itu. Siapa berminat untuk register, boleh tekan link untuk sama-sama kita belajar bahasa Jepun, mulakan perjalanan menguasai bahasa Jepun dan berkawan dengan Jepun di Malaysia. Guys, tahu tak, cewek dan cowok Jepun sekarang ni sangat suka orang Malaysia. Grab lah peluang tu.
Ini dia 3 hal yang bikin aku kaget setelah tinggal di Malaysia. Pertama, Malaysia tuh negara berkembang tapi kayak negara maju. Kedua, biaya hidup lebih rendah daripada standar layak hidup di ibu kota Jakarta. Yang ketiga, upah minimum lebih tinggi. Nah, ada banyak orang Indonesia yang kerja dan tinggal di Malaysia tuh cerita pengalaman mereka masing-masing. Ada yang nganter keluarga mereka berobat di rumah sakit Indonesia habis hampir 50 juta tapi belum sembuh. Terus coba pergi ke Penang buat berobat cuman bayar 1 jutaan doang udah sembuh loh. Ada juga yang kerjanya sebagai corporate middle manager di KL, bilang kalau kerja di Malaysia bisa sekolahin anaknya di international school, kalau di Jakarta mana sanggup. Nah, kalau untuk tempat tinggal di tengah kota Kuala Lumpur, cuman dengan 1,6 juta tuh udah dapet tempat tinggal yang bagus. Bahkan jarak ke pusat kota tuh cuman 20-30 menit. Tapi kalau di Jakarta seenggaknya perlu ngeluarin 4-7 juta cuman buat sewa tempat tinggal. Dan itu pun harga yang paling rendah. Kalau mau ke pusat kota pun perlu menempuh jarak 1-2 jam loh. Makanya aku nggak heran sih banyak banget orang Indonesia yang kerja, tinggal, bahkan beli properti di Malaysia. Nah, itu dia 3 hal yang bikin aku kaget setelah tinggal di Malaysia. Semoga informasi ini membantu. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.
Ramai warga luar terkejut bila tahu. Dengan kos yang sederhana, mereka boleh makan sedap setiap hari, sewa rumah selesa, gunakan internet laju, dapat rawatan kesihatan berkualiti. Di banyak negara maju, gaji tinggi, tapi masa tak ada. Di Malaysia, hidup masih ada ruang untuk bernafas. Masjid, kuil dan gereja berdiri berdekatan. Melayu, Cina, India dan etnik lain berkongsi ruang yang sama. Ramai orang luar datang dengan persepsi tertentu, tapi mereka pulang dengan cerita berbeza. Malaysia mungkin tak sempurna, tapi keharmonian di sini terasa tulen. Dan itu yang buat ramai orang rasa ini bukan sekadar tempat melancong, ini tempat untuk hidup.
Somebody hit me up in my DM asking me like, bro, what's it really like moving to Malaysia permanently? And honestly, I feel like it's a question that a lot of people have. They probably just a little scared to ask it on posts and stuff like that. I get it. I came here in Malaysia, you know, I was just doing all the countries in Southeast Asia and I was like amazed. I was like looking at the tall buildings and I was like, wow, and the people were so nice and nobody was staring at me, you know, awkwardly. And I was like, and then, okay, let me ask a question to see if I'm really invisible, because you never know, you might be actually invisible, you didn't know. So I asked somebody, I said, excuse me, can you tell me how to get to KLCC? And he was like, yes, you know, he was like, you just go this way out. So I'm thinking in my head as he answered the question, wow, so I'm not invisible. It's just really a great place. I mean, the people are amazing. The food is amazing. It's an amazing place. I think how I can address this. So here's the real breakdown. Number one, remote work is the easiest lane. If your money comes from online, you're basically good. That's how a lot of expats do. 2, folks use the MM2H or long stay programs. It's not for everybody, but it's an option for long-term stability. 3, jobs do exist, but it depends on your industry. The bro that hit me up, he's in construction engineering. Construction, engineering, education, hospitality, tech. Foreigners work here. You just got to be ready to network. not just scroll job boards. So it's all about networking, and it's so cool because Malaysians, y'all are so nice, and they reach out and they'll talk back to you. So that's a really good thing. I met people here from the United States, Africa, Europe, the Middle East, whole families living here full time. People who bought condos in Penang or KL because it's way more affordable than back at home. Y'all already know in the States, you already know that. So trust me when I say you're not crazy for considering Malaysia. I mean, you could go through my posts and look at my content. I love it here. This is my favorite country. I mean, my whole life has changed. I'm a total different person. You know what I mean? So what I want you to do is drop your comments below, okay? I want to like pin this to my Instagram, pin it, you know, pin the comment, and maybe all of us can start this conversation together. And I'll try to answer most of the questions. If I don't, somebody will be tagging in, you know. You not alone. It will be people tagging in them questions for real. So yeah, let's start this. Let's talk about this, all right? All right.
Why is everybody suddenly moving to Malaysia? While most people chase Thailand or Singapore, savvy expats are quietly choosing Malaysia. And for good reason. Malaysia offers a rare mix: low cost of living, modern cities like Kuala Lumpur, and visa options that actually make sense. The new premium visa gives you 20 years of residency with no age limit, and tax perks that could seriously change your future. It's already home to 3.5 million expats, more than Singapore or the Philippines. Why? Because it's safe, diverse, mostly English-speaking, and 65% cheaper than Hong Kong or Singapore. Yes, it has strict laws, but it also offers unmatched lifestyle value for the price. Beaches, infrastructure, global connectivity, without the chaos or the cost. But here's the catch. Some of these benefits could fade by 2027. So if you're thinking about Malaysia, don't wait. It's better to be a year early than a day too late.
Kenapa Frenzy suka tinggal di Malaysia? Let me show you why.
What a privilege I have. Frenzy Bully Belly, fresh fruit on every single corner in Malacca. And when I go home, I can make nice fruit juice or even ice cream or sorbets for my kids. Honestly, I didn't even realize what a privilege I have. Frenzy Bully Belly, everything, anytime in Malaysia, and the fruit shops is something that always fascinated me. So here I was doing sorbet, banana ice cream, and some fresh fruit juice. And yes, something I never really realized how amazing Malaysia is.
Pernah nggak kalian sadar kalau kota-kota di Malaysia kelihatan rapi? Jalanannya lebar, kabel listrik nggak semeraut, dan ada ruang hijau kecil di sudut-sudut kota yang bikin suasananya adem. Semua itu ternyata bukan kebetulan, tapi hasil dari urban planning yang memang direncanakan dari awal. Mulai dari penentuan zona perumahan, bisnis, industri, sampai ruang publik dan taman. Makanya tiap kawasan di Malaysia tuh udah jelas. Rumah di sini, toko di sana, jalan raya dan trotoar teratur, dan nggak banyak campur aduk yang bikin kota terasa sumpek. Selama aku tinggal di sini, jalanannya juga jarang banjir karena drainage-nya tertata dan ruang hijaunya cukup banyak. Jalanannya juga dibuat lebar karena sejak awal udah diprediksi jumlah kendaraan bakal naik. Kalau kamu tinggal di Malaysia, coba komen kawasan mana yang paling kamu suka dari segi kerapian dan penataannya.
Here's 5 reasons why we love Malaysia.
And why we keep coming back.
The food. Malaysian cuisine has to be one of the best food that we've had in the world. They offer a variety of food from Western, Indian, Chinese, Thai, everything. And every place that we've been to has been absolutely epic.
Number 2, affordability. You can get an apartment with a fully equipped kitchen, gym access, swimming pool, and high-speed internet, all for under $25 a night.
The people of Malaysia have been so kind and hospitable. Everywhere we've traveled to is the people that have made us love the country more and more.
The diversity of things to do here. From modern luxury cities with amazing green space to island life with some amazing beaches and some of the best scuba diving spots in the whole world. Being Muslim, life in a Muslim country is so much easier with halal food all over the place and mosques everywhere.
And you've even got washroom and food facilities in the restaurants. And a bonus one, guys.
There's so much to do here as a family.
It's already 7:05 p.m. and look at the sunshine. So this is one of the other things why I love living here. In Manila, it gets really dark really early, especially in December, it's even earlier. But here in Malaysia, it's already dinner time and it's still bright. And I remember my sister asking me, what? You're having dinner, but it's still so bright out there. So that's one of the things, plus points for living in Malaysia. Came down to call the boys who are playing soccer after school, and you can see the sunshine, it's still shining out here despite that it's dinner time. That's 7:07 for you.
Talking about the weather, sudden thunderstorms can also happen. Sudden rain with thunderstorms and visibility will slowly deteriorate. The good news is that this type of rain doesn't usually last very long. This is the view of my condo. After an hour of thunderstorms and rain, it slowly died down.
Malaysia bukan negara paling kaya, bukan paling besar, bukan paling glamour. Tapi Malaysia ada sesuatu yang suka diukur. Rasa cukup. Cukup aman, cukup mesra, cukup manusia. Dan mungkin itu yang dunia sedang cari. Kalau diberi pilihan, adakah Anda mahu sekadar melancong ke Malaysia? Atau membina kehidupan di sini? Tulis pendapat Anda di ruangan komen. Dan jangan lupa subscribe Arus Story. Karena kadang-kadang kisah paling indah datang dari tempat yang kita tak sangka.
Arus Story, dari lensa dan cerita. Bukan sahaja dihayati, tapi dipelajari.